Hey everyone, and welcome back to the AI Tech channel. Today, we're diving into a seriously controversial topic that's got everyone talking. Can AI be used to decide who gets to stay in the United States? I'm talking about visa revocations based on social media posts. Is this a necessary security measure or a dangerous step towards silencing dissent? Let's break it down. You might think this is just another political headline, but hold on. There's a hidden layer of AI technology at the heart of this story. A secret AI catch and revoke program. What are the implications? Let's get into it. Okay, so here's the headline. Senator Marco Rubio is pushing hard for the deportation of foreigners, including students, who support terrorist organizations like Hamas. He's invoking the Immigration Nationality Act of 1952, giving him broad powers to revoke visas. Rubio stated emphatically, those who support designated terrorist organizations, including Hamas, threaten our national security. The United States has zero tolerance for foreign visitors who support terrorists. Violators of U.S. law, including international students, face visa denial or revocation and deportation. Now, this isn't just talk. The State Department is reportedly launching an AI-powered initiative to identify individuals who might be sympathetic to Hamas or other terror organizations, and then revoke their visas. This is where things get really interesting and, frankly, a little unsettling. This is a big deal, folks. It's not just about enforcing existing laws. It's about using cutting-edge technology to proactively police opinions and associations. Are we ready for this? What are the possible consequences? Let's explore the details. This initiative is dubbed Catch and Revoke, and the plan, according to Axios, involves using AI tools to scour social media accounts of foreign student visa holders. The goal? To find evidence of sympathies towards Hamas in the wake of the October 7th attack. The AI will also review news articles to identify foreign nationals involved in anti-Semitic activity. Think about that for a second. We're talking about AI algorithms making judgments about someone's political leanings based on their social media activity. This raises some massive red flags regarding privacy, free speech, and the potential for bias. This isn't just about catching terrorists. It's about interpreting opinions, and that's a slippery slope. We need to ask ourselves, what's the margin for error here? Could someone be wrongly flagged and deported based on a misinterpreted post? It's crucial to understand that AI algorithms are only as good as the data they're trained on, and if that data reflects existing biases, the AI will amplify those biases. This could lead to unfair targeting of certain groups or individuals. This is more than just a technical issue. It's a societal one. Let's delve deeper. The initiative goes even further. Authorities will also comb government databases to see if the Biden administration allowed any arrested visa holders to remain in the country. One official told Axios, "We found literally zero visa revocations during the Biden administration, which suggests a blind-eye attitude toward law enforcement." This suggests a desire to demonstrate a tougher stance on immigration enforcement, but it also raises questions about due process and fairness. Are we sacrificing individual rights in the name of security? It's a critical question we need to address. The sheer scale of this operation is also staggering. Officials reportedly looked through 100,000 individuals in the student visa system since October 2023. With an estimated 1.5 million active student visas in 2023, the potential for widespread surveillance is undeniable. This is a massive undertaking with potentially far-reaching consequences. Now, let's rewind a bit. This initiative isn't entirely new. Former President Trump also called for revoking visas of foreign students sympathetic to Hamas. He even issued an executive order to federal agencies to combat anti-Semitism, specifically targeting foreign students who violated the law during anti-Israel unrest. Trump declared, "I will also quickly cancel the student visas of all Hamas sympathizers on college campuses, which have been infested with radicalism like never before." This shows a clear pattern of using visa revocations as a tool to suppress dissent and control political expression on college campuses. It's a strategy with a history, and it's worth understanding its roots. This raises a fundamental question. Where do we draw the line between protecting national security and suppressing free speech? It's a delicate balance, and one that requires careful consideration. Unsurprisingly, this whole thing has sparked serious free speech concerns. Critics argue that using AI to monitor and punish political opinions is a dangerous form of censorship. However, a State Department official countered that it would be negligent for the department that takes national security seriously to ignore publicly available information about visa applicants in terms of AI tools. This highlights the core tension, security versus freedom. Is it possible to strike a balance between these two fundamental values? Some argue that supporting terrorist organizations is not protected speech, and that the government has a right to protect itself from those who pose a threat. Others argue that even unpopular or offensive opinions should be protected, and that using AI to police speech is a step too far. This is a debate with no easy answers. It requires a nuanced understanding of both the risks and the potential benefits of using AI in this way. To illustrate this conflict, let's look at two opposing viewpoints. Ilya Shapiro, a constitutional scholar, clashed with Robert Shibley from the Foundation for Individual Rights and Expression on this very issue. While both generally support freedom of expression, they disagree on whether cracking down on pro-Hamas foreign students is justified. This disagreement underscores the complexity of the issue and the difficulty of finding common ground. It's not a simple case of right versus wrong. It's a clash of deeply held values and principles. We need to acknowledge the validity of both sides of the argument and strive for a solution that respects both security and freedom. Some civil rights advocates are even raising alarms, comparing this to Trump's previous Muslim ban. They argue that this could be used to target foreign nationals already in the U.S. and crack down on international students who advocate for Palestinian rights. Deepa Alagason, a lawyer at the International Refugee Assistance Project, called the new order bigger and worse than the 2017 travel ban. This raises the specter of discrimination and the potential for targeting specific groups based on their religion or national origin. We need to be vigilant against any policies that could lead to such outcomes. The history of immigration policy in the U.S. is fraught with examples of discrimination and injustice, and we must learn from those mistakes. The American Arab Anti-Discrimination Committee, ADC, warned that the decree goes further than the 2017 Muslim ban by giving the government wider latitude to use ideological exclusion to deny visas and remove people from the U.S. This is a significant concern. Are we moving towards a system where people are excluded from the U.S. based on their beliefs rather than their actions? That would be a radical departure from our traditional values. The concept of ideological exclusion is particularly troubling because it can be used to silence dissent and suppress unpopular opinions. We need to ensure that our immigration policies are based on fairness and due process, not on ideological conformity. In a completely separate but related development, the Trump administration even explored a deal with El Salvador to house violent U.S. criminals and deportees of any nationality. This raises serious questions about the legality and ethics of outsourcing our immigration enforcement to other countries. It also highlights the lengths to which some are willing to go to crack down on immigration. This proposal was met with widespread criticism and condemnation, with many arguing that it would violate international law and human rights. It serves as a stark reminder of the potential for abuse when immigration policy is driven by fear and prejudice. Here's the crucial point. AI is not a neutral tool. It's a reflection of the data it's trained on and the biases of its creators. If the AI is trained on data that overrepresents certain groups or stereotypes, it will perpetuate those biases. The accuracy of AI in interpreting social media posts is also questionable. Sarcasm, humor, and cultural context can be easily misinterpreted by algorithms, leading to false positives and wrongful accusations. We need to be extremely cautious about relying on AI to make such sensitive decisions. As researchers like Kate Crawford have pointed out in her book, Atlas of AI, AI systems are often opaque and unaccountable, making it difficult to identify and correct errors. This lack of transparency is a major concern when AI is used in law enforcement and immigration. So what's the takeaway here? The use of AI in visa revocations raises serious ethical and legal questions. While protecting national security is paramount, we must also safeguard free speech and due process. The potential for bias and error in AI algorithms is a major concern, and we need to ensure that these systems are transparent and accountable. This is not just about politics. It's about the future of our society and the values we uphold. The decisions we make today will have a profound impact on the rights and freedoms of future generations. We need to proceed with caution and engage in a thoughtful and informed debate about the role of AI in immigration enforcement. This AI Catch and Revoke program could be a game changer, and not in a good way. It's a reminder that technology can be a powerful tool for both good and evil, and it's up to us to ensure that it's used responsibly. What do you think? Is this a necessary security measure or a dangerous step towards censorship? Let me know in the comments below. And don't forget to subscribe for more AI news and analysis. Thanks for watching.